Good morning, everyone. This is Taylor Edrington, and this is a video report for the Arkansas River direct from Royal Gorge Anglers for August 15th. This is a Monday. So basically what we're looking at stream flow wise is about 550 at Granite, and then we're looking at a successive 700 to 730 from Wellsville down to Parkdale. There's still a little bit of flow management going on. We're still pushing a little bit of water downriver from both Clear Creek Reservoir and Twin Lakes for project water, or not project water, but rather demanded water downstream at either Pueblo or the Front Range. And so we're seeing a little bit higher flows, really kind of right at the average for this time period. But after today, we'll probably see the river start to recede significantly, probably being around the 400 to 500 CFS range by the end of the week, if not the end of this week, the first of next week. So great wading flows right now, great floating flows right now. Obviously the floating will get a little tougher as the water drops, and the wading will just get better and better. However, I really like this time period, in that 5 to 800 CFS range, because the fish aren't as technical. And what I mean by that is they're not as leader shy. As the river drops in that 300 to 500 CFS level, we really see fish start to get really spooky, especially on the edges, and fishermen are just not going to be as productive during that time period. Don't get me wrong, it's still excellent. You can still have 20 to 30 fish days, but right now, I mean, you can blindfold yourself and catch 20 to 30. And great hatches going on, and those will continue throughout the fall. But this is a great time period, and if you have a free day, the Arkansas should be on your list. Let's go into hatches. Okay, so basically there are a little over half a dozen hatches that I will see from on any given day. If I'm floating a full day, then I could see all of these during the day. There's even been evening trips that I've taken, evening floats or walkways, where I've seen all 6 or 7 of these hatches come off during that time period. So really we are a hatch machine right now. And let's start off with caddis, tan caddis in a size 16 to 18, a smaller caddis with a bleached wing will do sufficiently. And those suckers are coming off throughout the day, in the morning, and really, the big time period you want to look for is that egg layer return at about 6 to 8 p.m. Then we have PMDs, which are hatching, of course, when it's overcast, as they are a mayfly, as well as in the evenings I've seen giant hatches as that sun kind of gets below the horizon. And then we have tricos all day long hatching off. You'll see them hovering in clouds above the river, but really we won't see the good dry fly action until the spinner fall, which is again in that 6 to dark period or 5 p.m. to dark period. The trico nymphs are fishing really well throughout the day, as well as the PMD nymphs. We also have red quills starting. Now this is the very leading edge of the red quill hatch, but down in the lower river we're seeing quite a few red quills, and the red quill nymphs are just on fire right now. Red copper johns are just a great way to go. Yellow sallies, we're still seeing a ton of yellow sallies on the water, seeing more than any other time period. We're seeing more yellow sallies late, from 6 to dark, and fish really key on them. Larry's yellow sally in a size 16, or a yellow stimulator, which is just productive all day long as a double dry rig trailer, would be my suggestion for matching the yellow sally. Larger stoneflies are still around from a size 6 to a 14, and then we also have, blue wings starting up, which obviously are a fall hatch, but we're starting to see some blue wings mixed in with the red quills and PMDs, so you've really got a smorgasbord of different mayflies hatching when it's overcast and in the evenings. So, a lot of different hatches to take advantage of. The evenings are obviously my prime time period. If you want to get down here and get on an evening float or walk wade or what have you, that is the time period where I would suggest focusing on from 4:30. Get on the water at 4:30, 5 o'clock. Start with a hopper dropper rig, stimulator dropper rig, and then move into double dries, matching the hatch with the merger and adult imitations. So early in the morning is excellent as well, and if you like to nymph fish, like I said, middle of the day is excellent in that high sun. So let's go over some fly patterns real quick. Start with the nymphs. Like I said, red quill nymphs are excellent right now. Try to get you to look at this one. Real small fly, but this is a 2-bit hooker in the red, and that is an excellent imitation for the red quill in that more slender body. So that's a 2-bit hooker in a size 16, size 16 to 18. Red Copper John, like I said, one of my favorites. Truly is one of my favorites, and that's pretty standard. And a size 16 to 18 is a dropper, whether it's a stimulator dropper or hopper dropper or below a big rubber leg stone or something like that. Copperhead. This is an attractor pattern, Larry Kingery's. However, it fishes for red quills, it fishes for PMDs. It's just a significant attractor dropper that just kicks butt. And another one of Larry Kingery's patterns that continues to produce from high water all the way throughout the fall is his Gold Eyes, and just one of our best sellers at the shop, and continues to be a really productive pattern. So what do you want to throw that under midday? Basically, heavy stoneflies. Larry's got a new rubber leg and a new color. It's a darker brown. It's a custom chenille as well, just like his gold rubber leg. This brown rubber leg is just kicking butt right now. Just very, very productive. Getting into dries and hatch matching and stuff like that. Of course, I said, PMDs, you want a Comparadun or a Sprout PMD, pretty simple. Red quills, Biac quill or a Sprout quill, red quill. That's pretty easy. Few patterns I wanted to show you other than that. Basically your tan caddis pattern in a size 16. I like the dry ice tan caddis. This is Larry Kingery's pattern. Just gives off enough UV light from that dry ice that it just spurs a little more activity. So that's the dry ice caddis in a tan size 16. Yellow Sallies, like I said, a size 16 yellow stimulator is a great imitation for that. Again, one of our best sellers, and just fishes as an attractor as well, obviously, because it is a stimmy. A size 14 high-vis stimulator, one of my best attractor patterns right now. This is tied by Larry Kingery in a foam body, which really holds up a dropper nicely, and one of our best patterns in the bins right now. I like to keep some other attractors in my pocket. A size 16 Royal Wolf is kind of hard to beat. right now. It fishes is, you know, obviously an attractor and covers a lot of different bugs, but, you know, basically throwing that behind a big stimulator has been one of my most successful rigs. Or throwing it behind a, you know, red Amy's Ant. From receding water time, you know, that higher water 1200 to 1400 flow, we're fishing larger attractors like size 8 and 10 Amy's Ants or size 6 to 10 stimulators. I'm just toning that down now. That's all I'm doing. I'm fishing the same patterns basically. We're just toning them down into a size 12 to 14 or 12 to 16. Charlie Boy Hopper, still an excellent pattern in, you know, the larger size as well as the Baby Boy. They're both great hopper patterns for this river and this time period. And then wrapping it up, you know, a chubby in a size 12 still produces fish. Unbelievable. And it's easy to see out of the boat. It's easy to see walk waiting. It's a great lead fly to throw one of those smaller dries from, or to throw a dropper nymph from. So that gives you a wide range of flies to choose from. Come into the fly shop and we can delve further into it, but you know, honestly, just many things going on right now in the Arkansas. The last couple weeks, the Arkansas has been rated in the top 10 in North America as a fishery, and it continues to produce huge numbers of fish for all skill levels. So get down to the Arkansas in the next couple of weeks while we still have great water conditions, or visit us into the fall as we start to fish streamers again and different, see our blueing hatches increase. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. 719-269-3474 is the office number here at the Fly Shop. And Taylor at RoyalGorgeAnglers.com is my personal email. I will be around for the next week, and then I have 3 straight weeks of Royal Gorge Anglers Alaska host trips to go on with clients from around here. So please be sure to give us a call if you have any questions, and have an excellent day on the water. Thanks.